Hi, I'm with Amberlee Jayde, who is appearing in the upcoming thriller Iniquitous. So Amberlee, I'd like to talk a little bit about you to begin with. How old are you?
I'm 34.
And where did you grow up?
I grew up in Bendigo.
And where did you do training?
I studied in New York under William Esper and Meisner technique.
How did you get your start in the acting industry?
Well, I always wanted to follow acting, but I sort of was afraid to do that. You have to be vulnerable in that respect. And then I started working a job that not everybody would necessarily do. And I found a brochure when I went and saw a play one day. And my sister, of course, older sister, saw me hiding it, stole it from me, and saw that I wanted to do this training. It was at the VCA. And she was like, you know, you're doing this job. I wouldn't be able to do the job that you're doing. You have to go off and do that. And because I went into this job that I had to do, I actually started pursuing my dream. So that gave me the courage to go off and do that. And then New York followed, and that's how I got into acting.
Okay. Let's talk about your character, Claire. Tell me a little about her, who she is.
Well, Claire's a person that works a job that she hates, but more importantly, she hates her boss. And I have hated so many of my bosses, and I haven't been able to say that to a boss. So I sort of really enjoy the fact that even though Claire's boss might necessarily know that she hates her, she makes it obvious in a way that the boss is living in his own world. And I've sort of lived like that myself, so I find it liberating to play her, because I get to express all those times I've wanted to say fuck you to my bosses.
Tell me a little bit about Claire's background, her backstory, how she grew up.
Claire sort of lives a life. She works a job now that she hates, and the only reason she went into that job was about pleasing her family more than anything else. And Claire lost her father when she was a teenager, and so therefore she's always moulded around her mum and trying to make her mum happy. So she went into a career about living life according to what her parents, particularly her mum, wants than herself. And that's why Claire's so dissatisfied in her work, is because it's not what she wants to do.
A lot of the characters in Iniquitous are searching for something. What's Claire searching for?
A way out, away from her family, particularly her relationship with her mum, and searching for what she wants. She's like all of us. We all really don't know what we want in life, and we're trying to understand the meaning of life. And I feel like that's what she's doing as well. And then, particularly for Claire, it's about her career is what's meant to give her meaning, but she doesn't find that in the job that she's working right now.
Does your character have any strong personality traits or characteristics?
Oh yes, I love the fact that she's defiant. And she doesn't do it in a way that straightens somebody's face. She defies it, and she sort of sabotages particularly people's lives that she doesn't like. Yeah.
What similarities are there between Claire and you?
I think I do that too. I'm really good at that. I also think I understand the similarities in the respects of me working a job that I used to hate, and thinking that finding a way to get out of it, one, particularly, and understanding that, and another is about the defiance. I had a big insight of a seminar I went to on the weekend about the fact is that the reason why I don't fit in is because I'm trying to fit a mould of what everybody else is. And I feel like that's something that Claire struggles with too, that she thinks that she has to fit in this mould. But because she tries to fit in that mould, she's unhappy with with her life.
And differences between the two?
I don't think I'd be as diplomatic as Claire is in her approach of defying, like her defiance or how she sabotages things. I tend to be very aggressive and straight in and tell somebody if they dislike me, which I think I should take a bit more of how Claire goes about things than what I do, really.
Let's talk about the audition process and preparing your character. How did you prepare for your audition?
Well, the funny thing is I came in for a couple of roles, and I know that one I stuffed up majorly. And Claire, I understood that she was carefree, but I think the most important thing I learned a lot from that audition was the fact is that I just let my intuition take play rather than, unfortunately, a lot of actors think we have to produce something that's perfect. And in the perfection, we lose the creativity. And when I auditioned for Claire, I just let it all go. I just surrendered and let something divine channel. And I know that you were playing the other part, and I was defiant, like I was dry humping you behind your back, sticking my finger up, like doing all the things. And that was nothing I prepared earlier. It was just something in me, and my intuition said, this is what I've got to do. And I flew with it. And I learnt that I have to stop seeking perfection and just allow intuition to play.
And it was actually the everything you were doing behind my back that landed you the role.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
cool.
you gave something different to the audition than everyone else. There were a lot of people auditioning for your role. What advice can you give for somebody who is heading into an audition?
One, breathe. I think a lot of people forget to breathe. They get caught in the chaos of it all. And like I just said, it's about don't seek perfection. Actually, the beauty comes from the mistakes that we have. And it's not like you just said, I had a big emphasis before I worked with you on that audition is about the words, like the words is what created. It's not the words, it's the moments in between. And you just demonstrated that really well, is that the fact is, it was those moments, there is simple things that you don't think is going to happen, and they're gold, and that's the things that we light up when we watch a movie, is that those little moments.
Now, what sort of preparation do you do for a role? What preparation have you done so far for Claire in Iniquitous?
My preparation is not about the words. The words are the last thing I learn now, and it's about who is Claire in respects of looking at examples of what's it like to work in a bank, go into a bank, researching what bank life is like, what's 9 to 5, and how I've worked 9 to 5 jobs, and about the fact of also looking at the relationship I have with my boss or Claire's boss, and it's about those relationships and the things behind the scenes, and then I come towards the words. So it's about creating a life that's behind there, but I don't just create that in my mind. I actually go and find those facts to solidify it within me. So I have to understand what a bank works like, or I want to know more about an accountant so that I can understand how the money flows. So then when I step up to the character I'm meant to be, it's organically in me.
Now, we've spoken about you as an actor and about your character in the film. So let's talk about Iniquitous itself. Without revealing too much, what is the movie about?
How people's lives are interlaced, and it translates to our lives. Our lives, we're all an organism working together. I like to think of it as cells, and that, like the cells of a body, we're all the cells of something greater, and that's what the movie demonstrates really well, is that we are working together, but we don't think that. We don't know we're interconnected, and how it's sort of like it's the butterfly effect. Is that a butterfly flutters, in South America and creates a tornado in Malaysia, and that's what happens in our lives, and that's what Iniquitous shows, so well. Is that the fact is, whatever flutter somebody else does, it affects somebody else's life.
What messages or lessons do you feel the audience will pick up from the film from your character's point of view?
From my character's point of view, that you got to do what you want to do, and you can't waste time, and it's about, and I think that they'll see how uncomfortable that they are in what they do, like how there's bosses out there that they keep working for the fact of driving money, and the money's not so important. Life's the most valuable thing in it.
Is there a favourite scene in the film?
Oh yeah, but I can't tell it. I can't wait for it. It's like I'm pumped. Yeah, absolutely pumped. Yeah.
If you could play any other character besides the one you were playing, which character would it be and why?
Oh, that's an interesting one. I was going to play somebody else. My vanity wants to say Stephanie, of course, but I ain't that young anymore, But I think His Respects of Stephanie is about, I can't even say it without saying too much, because the fact is it's about the evolution of a person and how events create somebody good or create somebody evil, and you see that very much in who she is too.
Well, thank you very much, Amberlee, and I'm really looking forward to working with you.
Likewise.